Now, Busia, something interesting. You remember the TikTok lady, you're chatting and where they are for the fact that I say I'm on for President Mahama Mani.
Monku John Mahama, Mayeni, one Jai say, oh, dear, or the year fa, but soon my cow muwa brekura, Yanku Riana, Yanku Nipana, Yanku Dini, Quasia penny na.
After the arrest, a whole lot of NPP in penny vobium court, baby, I go reading or whatever. And the current general secretary and then the former general secretary of NPP, they talked. Let's start with the current general secretary, Justin Frimpong the Asemo Kai. Asema Justin Frimpong the Akai, and he said the lady is one of their own. She is part of their social media communicators.
That we also got the information that one of our own, our social media communicator, is being brought to the circuit court on some 2 charges.
See, that is a very interesting thing. Because if indeed that is true, then that means whatever the lady is saying, is basically sanctioned by the MPP. The party basically endorses it. And then he also said, the NDC is trying to gag them.
The attempts by the NDC government to gag members and supporters of the New Patriotic Party will not wash.
I don't even need to tell you that is just for stock. But one thing was kind of interesting about Kuni. Or say, NDC for or much a month for a casa for them, when it comes to them people. What the arresting is doing is energize it or more base.
If they feel and think that by always arraigning our members before the court and also in some instances keeping them in their custody will make our supporters keep or go silent, they should know that since they started somewhere in January 2025, it has rather re-energized our base.
That's specifically my opinion, is their goal. Because they want to do something, create an environment, create the perception, say, the NDC, and this government, they don't want them to speak. And if they go hard at it, it will get some of the people within the MPP angry enough. And based on that principle, they are doing and saying things. The government,
Such a judge can never have my respect. I pray that he summons me for contempt.
Either through the Yoko, Attorney General, and as other security agencies, institutions, and work on. They are doing things, at least you call them.
Now I watch Kevin Taylor. Now I watch Destiny. Now I watch Mama take any sister Betty G. Now I bet she may be a fashion to me.
We had Nano or communicator about say if they arrest one more person or Mokwashi NDC headquarters.
Who done the headquarters? Daddy, I'm for assembly and brother. Who the Omukwachi and people need be on the Commissioner,
we heard from Salam, our city are going to kind of weaponize or move base basically to make the country ungovernable.
We will weaponize our support base and we will make this country extremely ungovernable for them.
Oh, Nina no ties into that ideas, okay? Yes, and a energize a base. Because right now, understand this. They are trying to kind of get something to sink their teeth in. Send a bay a month for because okay, the current NDC government in here bad and as or more tata MPP for.
They are criminalizing free speech. They are criminalizing free speech.
Example, time I achieve win to me. We had minority leaders go sit on the on the ground. Yoko and just say yachi win to me. So no my dinas my achieving to me no. It was legit. No man will court as we speak now.
Wound to me must be freed now. Free wound to me now.
Minority MPs were in cocoa farms for the fact that President Mahama had to make the hard choice of cutting down cocoa prices. What you say? But the minority, knowing better, they decided, say, nah, yenko farms, na yenko kancha farmers, and say, Mahama, Medi. That is when we got Mahama. What the yaka?
Mahama. Oh, what the yaka?
And then life situation became worse. Doing so basically bad temporarily, they kind of day in, day out. And a doom sabo. In a couple of days, the situation was, kind of fixed. And yeah, 100% fixed, but it's better than during, those times when Dumso near kind of rampant,
We have Mr. Dumso back. It's not a coincidence that we are experiencing this issue. It's not a coincidence. It's an insult to our engineers to tell us that we are going through maintenance, so we have to switch off your light. Excuse us.
All these things, among other things, they are trying to kind of use it to energize their base. They will kind of start fighting for the NPP back and stuff like that, and go on with the usual propaganda. Said the government is not working for the people.
These Gestapo tactics of 1981-82, they are dead. We are in a democracy. You don't like what the man says is a different matter, but to deny him bail, put him in custody till when? Till the case is over.
But everything doesn't seem to kind of stack. With the light situation, it took like 10 days, and then it was fixed. When it comes to the cocoa farm situation, and China, who's a Cote d'Ivoire, the other form, the farmers understood to say, we are the cocoa prices are dropping, Okobabia is there. So they've not really gotten anything to kind of energize their base, General Secretary kind of. And this one is their latest attempt to see if this was stuck. That is the reason why basically they're doing what they're doing.
And as and when they invite or arraign our members before the court, the party will never turn our back on them. But let me send a question again to our friends in the NDs and to you, the media and the civil society, that no condition is permanent.
If we can make noise high enough or, more noise, some people within our party will feel afflicted. Say, they intend this if we go after a young of one kwasa. And then I'm so mentioning I'm in Kasebi. But if you look at the fine print, this government is not just arresting people just left and right without them actually having a cause. And now the people now here cheer without them doing anything.
A political judge. Judge now what adentano ye political judge. Only a banner ye negotiation.
They say President Mahama is criminalizing free speech. If you talk okay, that's why NPP didn't want the ebecho. But that is not the case. Because if that is the case, Nkafenyo Markin, Nana B, Richard Ahiagba, like a whole lot of them, they will be in jail.
Such a judge can never have my respect. I pray that he summons me for contempt.
But then I'm so politics. They know how to talk. They know how to kind of make their point across. Even criticize the government. They are not being arrested. But if flat out, we have video can say Ubinku President Mahama Mawa. You see, there are people are doing boom. They can actually take that on and then go do them. Guy, you can say if say one more person. Imagine say a chill lady, so NPP General Secretary is or a member or a member of their communications, whatever.
We also got the information that one of our own, our social media communicator, is being brought to the circuit court.
Yachini, say one person, Nanku Biakwa Kwashe, the NDC headquarters. Nasa the Yachini Kopekesa guy apa. What do you think, say the government in Konye? Because there is a video of you actually saying that yes, one more person and then I say one person I say Jato and this is headquarters. Who do you think will be the first person to say question?
Who done the headquarters? Gabi, I'm for assembly and brand. Who do you want to people ni bi oni ehwe? Commissioner, I'm going to people ni bi oni ehwe.
You see, so if these things happen, it's not like say sorry and nesi. Bibi happen and sanesi.
Mom kujo mahama maya wahu. Mom kujo mahama mayeni ye wanjai se o dieni odi yefa matu maka omu abre kura yenku wi na ye yenku ku nipa na yenku di ne yire kwase ya penny na. And
the crazy thing to me is say the party penny for na omu nim better no. I'm talking about Obi Zen and B. I'm talking about Obi say Justin Frimpong dia John Bodumo. They don't care about what the person said though. All they care about is it gives them something to kind of make noise about.
These Gestapo tactics of 1981-82, they are dead. We are in a democracy. You don't like what the man says is a different matter, but to deny him bail, put him in custody till when? Till the case is over.
And clearly, that has been the case. Nana be on UTV. Say no support it. If you don't support something, then you know say it's bad. What I say, it's something the person shouldn't have done, but it gives you the chance to talk. That's the reason why basically you are making noise about it. John Boy do see on fine one in a lady ne can ya my equacheno. Then he and say, be a bit to me akasa and there is a video of him actually saying that.
I'm not interested in what she said or she didn't say.
So that to me shows that you don't really care about what happened, what was said. It just gives you the opportunity to talk. Because keep in mind, some of these people, they're also going to kind of run for elections within their own party. So they are getting new, party leaders for the year 2028 general election. John Boyd will definitely be running for, I don't know, the general secretary, BMO, going for a national chairman. Who to me is campaigning to be national chairman. If you follow these type of stories, you know that it's happening. So they are doing things to make the base and you feel like, okay, I can, do the job. So basically, they are using this to be in your faces as a campaign tool. Politics is a dirty game. So people be analyzing some of these things and through some of this kind of a year. It will feel like they are behind you or they support you. They don't really give a shit. What you say?
But let me send a question again to our friends in the NDs and to you, the media and the civil society, that no condition is permanent and power is transient.
Because if say I am the mathematics in this, Niparo was saying that this government actually for threatening or saying things and yes or more can now mokasabro so I got this government actually. I don't think they do Nipa 10. A country of over 30 million. If Nipa 10 pen and then they are making so much noise about some of these people you think that equates to the fact to say NDC if one of this government doesn't want NPP for to talk. That is not the case. They are just using this as kind of idea to one, energize their base, two, put their faces in front of other NPP for one call for send a bear about what time draw. Basically they will vote for them to still hold power and not get even higher power within the party.
If we are all agreeing or accepting this norm, this behavior from the NDs as a norm, then when the power changes, none of you should complain.
Let me give you an example. Men's gold, time a man for sika kama, yes, and I'm one day a man for sika joining a whole lot of people na assume because they know music or men's gold. So now we sika knew what to send and I'm music and na honi bina. Were we crying? No, we weren't. What I say? It's like a lottery. If you don't stake, you won't win. If you don't insult people, threaten people, or say things you shouldn't be saying, no one will be coming after you to arrest you and as a tessa.
Kujo Mahama Maya Wahu. Mon Kujo Mahama Mayeni one Jaise, or Diani, or the Efa, Matsu Macau Mua Brakura, Yanku Riana, Yanku Kunipana, Yanku Dini, Quasia Penny na.
So when the General Secretary says, what the government and say at your Munipan it's energizing their base, what that tells me, and they say, they don't really care about you individual now. They will put yourself in that mess. No? They don't care about you at all. That shows me that you are just a pawn in this game. What I say? They are using you to achieve the objectives. If the objectives now achieve that, they won't give a shit, one shit cry about you. If you say I'm lying, go and ask Hobbs Adoye. Hobbs Adoye, dirty works been a 1 year for NPP. Ekoko Riachrin, the same NPP for my channel. Put him in court. It took the change of government, this and this government, and a buyer, Busia Hobbs Adoye, and TDD. Say government, this hopes in case we don't really care about it. And then Oyani TDD. His own party, no more Yama party, they didn't care. Hopes Kazana or Kasawit, Yawa. Why now only a foot soldier wire more work than Hobbs Adoye? And even him, that is how they treated him. You think they want to TikTok now your video and I say, yeah, chiwa. They really care about you. Right now, again, they are using you to one, energize their base, and then two, for political reasons. What I say, or more personal, reasons. And if their objectives, are met, I walk away the election in Babedru. Nasi ye boy ukurum oh ye buy ye yama. So I'm more in power ni we are. Sometimes do they come back? That is the exact same thing that happened.
Since they started somewhere in January 2025, it has rather re-energized our base.
And then one for now, I can say Justin Frimpo could you can and say Ukasana so you say this government Chiwa, the party NPP will never turn their back on you.
And as and when they invite or arraign our members before the court, the party will never turn our back on them.
So TSR we say that's all what the willpower to actually do normal man for ya. Wouldn't you do the exact same thing? Isn't that kind of in itself a motivation for you to also do that exact same thing?
And as and when they invite or arraign our members before the court, the party will never turn our back on them.
Because the current crop of leaders within the NPP party supports it because it helps their agenda. It helps them to kind of, in their words, energize their base.
They should know that since they started somewhere in January 2025, it has rather re-energized our base.
There was a time, not the perception, and they said, well, Ghana, two powerful political parties, MPP and then NDC, you know. MPP for a man for a school, a man for like decent, smart, and then NDC for a man for like basically, you know, a mom with JSS in the what I say. So that was basically the perception, the idea. Now, you can see the things are really not how it kind of, at least if that saying was true. Now you can see that really isn't the situation right now. Because no man asks are like, yeah,
I use this mean to assure our members that they should not feel intimidated and they should not keep quiet.
Right now, if you look at normal course within the political arena of Ghana, then you ask yourself, that saying now no more is it really true?
No. We will build the headquarters. Daddy, I'm for assembly and brand. Who do you want to people need be on the Commissioner, I'm going to people need be on the
My stance is very simple. I'm not a defender of any political party. Obama my family, every single person within my own family, MPP, including my own mother, or MPP, me party wa unim dada eyakuya donko me candidate yewu so I don't have any political party me vote to Ghana. My stance is very simple. If I see you lying willfully, say okay we are saying and then purposefully denying to kind of tell the people the whole truth, that is why I come in. That is why I come in and tell you okay now somehow can yes what I say, and then I'll do a video and explain things. I'm out for BGD. If you don't what I say. So that is my stance. I'm not a defender of NDC, MPP, or anybody. Maybe I'm a content creator, creating content, elaborating and explaining things to a man for, ordinarily, a political party callous in betting me confuse you to let them know, say, I deal with saying it here. What I say, at least in my own way. Let me watch your comment section as well. Thanks for watching. Tap send abusia. Yes, 2026 the goodness of it no enyaye. Open the number 1 remittance app wa betimi use dia send this ka kuma do for ofia. Tap send. Open app wa de be send this can now. Na nipa ne saka ne now. Tap send. Open app wa mo exchange rate always a wasra. Tap send. Open app wa de send this ka ye aduma almost everywhere. Tap send. Yes, so you so be call Apple App Store and a Google Play Store no download do tap send their 2 phones so. Now I start here you should just send this car command for even a town for Ghana. What they send this guy a news can be a very fast, secure, convenient for everyone. No one say what for phone. Who bet me send this car baby. Na near de won kura say who send this car na ye be sia che wiska ni bia kan ska wo send no ho. Near so ya ne say obebo code magra heba shem e bisa promo code now abo ashim ye betcho $10 €10 ni guy ka ho am ade aka ska wo send no ho. Tap send abusia is the best remittance app wa you use to send this ka command of until in 2026 so when you use tap sender now is the time to start using tap send.
Tap send papa no